everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a makeup inventory update for you guys. So the last time that I did my makeup inventory was about 3 months ago. I did it on the 18th of July. And now I'm a little bit early on filming this. I'm filming this on October 14th. So I'm like 4 days early, but like there are some items I might be done by then, but most of it is going to be like the final amounts. So I'm going to be linking my previous videos down below if you want to check those out. And I'm also going to be writing down the numbers down below for each categories, as well as the numbers, sorry for the cat, as the numbers that were in the last update. So this way you can see if I went up or if I went down. Also, I'm going to be taking a little bit more time explaining these numbers because some numbers stayed the same, but I finished some stuff and I bought some new stuff, and some numbers went up, and I'm going to explain a little bit about why. And I'm also going to tell you like how close I am to my ideals on each and every category. So I'm just going to get started with the makeup stuff. I have makeup, then I have hair, and I have like skincare and body products at the end. If you are only interested in makeup, that will be the first part of this video. So for makeup palettes, I currently have 3. This is my ideal, and I had 4 in the last update because I found one that I hadn't counted in the past that was in my gym bag, and I actually declared that one a few months back. It was the e.l.f. Daytime palette or something like that, with like a little booklet, and I declared it a while ago, and now I am back to 3. What I have for 3 palette is 1 face palette that has all my blushes in it. I have then 1 eye palette that has all of my like neutrals, and 1 that has all my colored eyeshadows. So that's how I work with 3 palettes. Then I have eyeliners. Eyeliners, I was at 3 in the last update, and I'm currently at 3 as well. I have a black, a brown, and a nude eyeliner, and this is all I need as far as eyeliner goes. Then for mascaras, I had 4 in the last update, and now I am up to 5. I know that there are 2 that are going to be, no, there is 1 that's going to be done within the end of this month for certain, so it's going to be back down to 4. My ideal in this category would be 2. What happened for the number that went up is that I had to purchase a waterproof mascara because I had an event, and I didn't want to have like smudges of mascaras underneath, and all of the 4 mascaras that I had were all non-waterproof mascaras, so therefore I had to purchase something other to have a waterproof mascara. Then I have face primers. Face primers is a number, well, eye and face primer is a number that went up. I had 3 face primer in the last update, and I still have these 3 face primer plus a new one. I got a like little hourglass 100-point perk from Sephora, and this is like why it added up. So currently I have 3 face primers and 1 eye primer. 1 eye primer is the ideal, that's perfect. Face primer, I would like to have only 1, I think. So technically in that category, what I want to have is 1 eye primer and 1 face primer. Typically what I go for face primer is a mattifying or pore refining one. But I'm like, that might change over time, so that might become 2 face primer, 1 for more mattifying and 1 for more like hydrating. I don't know, but for now my goal is to have 2, and if I fall in love with another primer that doesn't fit my categories, I might bring that category number up to 3. That ideal category number up to 3. So right now I'm at 4. My setting powders, I had 0 in the last update. I was out of all of my setting powders, and now I'm up to 1. I purchased the Laura Mercier one. It's going to be featured in my September low buy update. I needed something to set my face with, and that's the one that I went with. So I'm at my ideal, which is 1. Then for face powder, I had 1 in the last update, and I just decided to give it away. No, I tossed it. I didn't like how it felt on my skin. It made my face always look a little muddy, and it was a little bit too dark. And since I typically only set my T-zone, like that's not an area where I want to have more darkness. Like you want to have the darkness around your face and like light in the middle. And so having a face powder that was too dark was really not working, and it was too dark even in the summertime. It still looked muddy and everything, and so I decluttered it. So I'm down to 0, and I'm okay with having only like the loose setting powder. It does a trick for now, and I don't know if I'm gonna get like a compact one at some point or not. So for now, that's perfect. Then I have powder foundation. I have one. It's the same that I had in the last update, and it's the Bare Minerals one. I really enjoy it. If I want to have just a little bit of coverage but not too much, and if I don't want to like fuss and just have a few areas that I just want to conceal a little bit better, that's perfect. So that's the one that I keep. For regular foundation, the liquid ones, I had 2 in the last update, and I still have 2. They're just the 2 same ones, and I'm perfectly fine with these 2. I have the L'Oreal True Match regular and the Lumi one, and like the Lumi is a little bit lighter, and the regular True Match is a little bit darker, so I can like mix and match when I'm in between colors, and that works perfectly fine. Then liquid highlights, I had 2 in the last update. I finished one. I finished my NARS one, and now I only have one that I'm currently working on. I don't know that I will succeed that project, but I am down to 1, so that's perfect. My ideal is to have 1, so it's good. Then for lippies, in the last update, I had purchased a ton of lippies around my birthday, and I was at 36. My ideal is 25, so I was way up above. Right now, I went down a little bit on my lippies. I decluttered some, and I also finished a few during project pens and stuff, and now I'm down to 31. So I'm closer to my ideal. I still have 2 lippies that are in current project, and next year I have a ton of lippies that are going into projects, so that's going to go down next year for certain. Then setting sprays, I have 1, and that was my ideal, and that was the same number as last month. For concealer, I have 2. I have a summertime one and a wintertime one, like 2 different colors, and one that I can travel with and one that I can't really. Like the one that I can't really travel with is the MAC Pro Longwear, because it's a glass jar and I don't want it to scatter everywhere. So I have 2, which is my ideal, and that's perfect for now. Then for highlighting powder, I only have 1. Typically, like face products that are fitting in my palette, I'm not counting them. But the highlight powder has its own category just because it won't fit in my regular palette. It is like it's a MAC mineralized skin finish, so it has like a dome shape, so it doesn't fit in a regular C palette. So that's why this one has its own category. So I have 1, and that is my ideal. I'm perfect with it. I might pick one up other at some point, but that one will fit in my Z palette, so it's not going to be counted in this category. Then brow product, I have 2. I finished one up, but I got a new one to replace it with, so I am on my ideal for this. And then cream blush, in the last update I had 1. I completely used it up, and now I am down to 0, which I'm okay with. Like at some point I know I will repurchase one. I feel like when I'm on the go, I can like put it in the car and I don't need anything, or if I'm really in a rush, I can just apply it with my fingers and it's done. But for now I don't have any, and I won't repurchase right away. For all of the items that I'm listing, I have like color categories. So basically, if I'm green, I'm on target with my ideal. If I'm yellow, I'm 1 above my ideal. And if I'm in the red zone, I'm 2 above my ideal. So for the makeup stuff, I have 3 categories in which I am in red, and everything else is in green. And then for hair, I have everything in green except for one which is in yellow. Okay, so for hair products, I'm only going to be like stating the items that I'm not on my target, or the categories in which the numbers change. So the only one in which I'm not on my target is on hair masks. I have 3. I had 3 in the last update as well, and my ideal would be to have 2. So 1 with keratin and 1 without it when I'm taking a break from keratin. Then the numbers that change, I have my dry shampoo. I had 2 in the last update, and I currently have 1. I finished one up, and I want to have either 1 or 2 dry shampoos. I'm okay with that, like one that is more travel friendly and 1 full size, or just one that's travel friendly. I'm perfectly okay with that. Then the other category that moved is the regular shampoos. I had 1 in the last update, and now I'm up to 2, which is perfectly okay. What I want to have is like one with keratin and one without keratin, so when I'm taking a break from keratin I have something to go. I was using my boyfriend's shampoo and I was not using keratin, and I realized that I didn't like it all that much on my hair, so I went out and got a shampoo for myself. So that's why it's up to 2, but that's perfectly fine by me. Then I have the skincare category. Skincare, I'm not as good as the other ones on. I have like more, I think I have like half green and half other colors. So this one I'm going to go through every single category because pretty much all of them moved. Moisturizers, in the last update I had 3. Right now I have 2, and my ideal would be to have only 1. I'm typically only using moisturizer in the daytime. In the nighttime I'm usually using like face oils, so only 1 would be perfect. Face cleansers, I had 2 in the last update and I currently have 3. I have a little sample of the Glam Glow, the white cleanser. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's like the Power Mud cleanser or something like that. So it's a deluxe sample. It's a 100 point perk from Sephora, so it's going to not take all that much time, but it's still 1 up. In serums, I have 1. I had 1 in the last update and 1 is my ideal. Toners, the same thing. I had 1 in the last update. I still have 1 and I'm working on it right now. For acne treatments, this is one category that I had 3 and that I still have 3. I am trying to work it down to having only 1, but that's not a product that like a little goes a long way. You use it for a very long time, so it's going to take a while for it to go down. Makeup removers, my ideal is to have 2, 1 for face and 1 for eyes, and right now I have 4. I have 1 that has like the tiniest little amount left at the bottom, and this one is definitely going to be gone within like 1 or 2 weeks, so that's not too much of a worry. Then while I had that one, I went out and purchased another one because I don't really like that one that is really running low, and I had an event and I didn't want to like bring the one that I didn't like. I wanted to have something that I knew for a fact was going to be effective at removing like a whole lot of makeup, so I went out and purchased my favorite one. And now I have stopped using it because I want to go and finish the one that I don't like before I go back to my favorite one. And then the other addition that I have in this category is a cleansing oil. I want to try that out. I purchased it and now I am just really targeting the eye makeup remover that I don't really like. To finish that one, clear it up, get my numbers down, and then I'm gonna start trying the cleanse up oil. I am going to mention that in Friday's video. If you want to check it out, it's going to be like my low buy update, so it's going to be featured in this. Then for face masks, I had 3 in the last update. I am still at 3. Exfoliants, I had 1 in the last update. I used it up since then, and so right now I have no exfoliants. I have a few samples of like chemical exfoliants, so I could count them in this category, but since there are sachet samples, I'm not counting them right now. For lip balms, I had 5 in the last update. I still have 5. I found an extra one and then I used 1 up, so the numbers stayed even. I have 1 that I am using like every single day. Usually I want to have 3, 1 in my purse, 1 in my nightstand, and 1 in my makeup drawer when I'm putting on my makeup. So I have 2 that I need to finish up. 1 of them will definitely be done while I'm on vacation because it's like an SPF one. It's a deluxe sample, and there is another one that I'm working on right now, so that should also be done rather soon. So the numbers are going to go back down. Then lip scrubs, I had 1 in the last update. I have 1 that I'm currently working on, and that is it. My ideal is to have only 1. Eye cream, I had 2 in the last update. I still have 2. I have 1 that is running rather low, so I might have like to repurchase one of them like sooner, but it's on my ideal. Then for face mist, in the last update I had 1, and I currently have 1 as well, which is on target. Then for body products, this is also like I have 2 like categories I'm over, and then the other ones are all good. Body moisturizers, I had 6 in the last update and currently I have 5, and my ideal would be to have, I don't remember, my ideal would be to have 3. So I want to have like one really thick like body butter type of a conditioner, for a body moisturizer. I want to have one in the shower, and I want to have one that is a little bit more of a light consistency. So I need to use up 2 of those to get on target. Then for hand cream, I had 2 in the last update and currently have 1. 1 is my ideal. Then for shower gel, in the last update I had 0 because I hadn't repurchased, and I still haven't repurchased, so I'm at 0 for shower gels. I'm using just regular bar soaps. For exfoliants, I had 1 in the last update. I have since used it up and I haven't repurchased. I have little like exfoliating gloves that I'm using right now, and they are doing the job just fine. So for now I'm using the gloves. For bath products, I have my box of bath stuff and I don't want to go over my box. For perfumes, in the last update I had 7. Right now I have 6, and ideally I would like to have 5. I am working on 2 perfumes right now in project pans, and so by the end of this year I'm going to be down to 4, which is going to be perfect. For body splashes, I had 1 in the last update and I still have 1, and 1 is my ideal. So this is it for the raw numbers of everything that I have in my inventory. If you want like in-depth, if you want me to go more in-depth into any of these categories, just let me know and I will gladly do that. As I mentioned, I'm going to be linking my previous videos as well as all of the numbers that I mentioned today down below. So if you are like me and you're a little bit more visual, you're going to be able to see the numbers down below. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.